Welcome back. Now, ladies, we've got a fantastic conference that you need to know about because it really could save your life. It's called the Opening Doors Conference, and two of the ladies behind that join me now, Hayley McManus and Nick Coom. Welcome to you both. Thank you so much, because there's a lot of important information that we need to get out to our women viewers out there. So, Nick, can we start with you? What is the Opening Doors Conference?
Well, it's an opportunity for the medical professionals and the public to come together to discuss issues relating to hereditary breast and ovarian cancer, but most specifically the BRCA gene mutation.
So this is the first time in New Zealand that this has happened too, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's quite a new gene as well, and so it's the first time, as you say, right across New Zealand that we've brought everybody together to talk about it.
So it's a chance for people who have that gene to meet other people that are in the same boat and to talk to the professionals, I guess.
Yes, exactly, and to learn about the advancements that are happening in this field. There's some great things happening internationally, and it's important that we're all across it, because the decisions that we have to make around it are, as you say, huge and life-changing.
So, Hayley, are you going to tell me about this BRCA gene mutation?
Yes, a little bit about the statistics.
Yes. So what is it? What does it mean?
Well, it's the likelihood of having the BRCA gene mutation is if either of your parents have it, so it's 50%, and approximately at the moment it's estimated that 2 people in 800 have it, but there's not a lot of screening regarding it, so it's likely to be more
than the
estimated statistics. Yes.
So how do we know if we have it? I guess that's the most important thing, is it?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, it's to do with your family history. And
so it is a genetic, hereditary thing, yes?
Yes, yep. So if you have somebody in your family who has the gene, then you, as Hayley said, you have a 50% chance of inheriting that from either your dad or your mum.
So it can be carried on both sides?
Yes. Yeah.
So you have a 50% chance of developing breast cancer, and there's also a high risk of ovarian cancer with that BRCA gene too?
20 to 40%, so it's relatively high.
Goodness. So, and you're saying that it's relatively new, that we've just found out about this, is this right?
Well, I believe it's new in medical terms. It's about 15 years old, and so by the time they do the research, communicate that globally, and find, make decisions about the pathways that people should take, it's still considered quite a new gene.
So, Nick, are you able to tell us what your personal experience is with this?
Yeah, sure. We found out we had the BRCA mutation in our family.
So how did you find that out?
We had
there's a history?
Yes, we had my auntie and my auntie's cousin were both in hospital with ovarian cancer. So the nurses picked up that this could be more than a coincidence and suggested that we have genetic testing through the family. And so that happened, and the gene was found. And then my mum was tested, and she was tested positive for the gene. And so she decided to have a preventative surgery and had her ovaries removed. But unfortunately, when they went to do that, they found out it was too late. She already had the cancer. And so then my sister and I tested, and Kylie was, fortunately, she didn't have the gene, and I had the gene. And so it was a really easy decision for me. I had my breast removed quite quickly after that, about 6 months after that, and had a reconstruction, and I'm just planning to have my ovaries removed now.
Wow. So for you and your family, this is vitally important, obviously, because it means that, as you say, you can take steps, preventative steps.
Yes, it's huge. If we'd known only 12, 18 months earlier, then perhaps Mum wouldn't be in the situation she is now. So I just felt that it was really important that we get this information out, so people had the information so that they could make decisions.
Yes, and find out what their next steps are.
Yeah.
I know that you've done really well in getting together some of the amazing speakers that are coming down to talk about this. Can we highlight some of those?
Yeah, we have. We've been really fortunate in the support that we've had. So we have Jeremy Simcock. He's a specialist in plastics and reconstruction surgery, and he's speaking. We have Peter Sykes, who's a gynecological oncologist. We have Nick Lang, who's a specialist in, he's a dietitian who specialises in oncology. And we have genetic specialists from both Wellington and Christchurch. We've got breast surgeons, we've got fertility specialists, we've got a psychologist coming to talk about all the implications.
Yeah, how they impact with that student.
And the insurance somebody from the insurance sector, which is a real challenge for people with BRCA.
Is it really? Okay, so just getting that insurance coverage?
Yes. The consistency around who gets what is a real
minefield.
Yeah.
Literally, okay. So now, if you do have a strong family history, can we go to our GP and ask them to test us? How does that process work?
What typically happens is you need to highlight your family history to your GP and then ask for a referral to the genetic specialists. There's genetic specialists right across New Zealand. So you go to those genetic specialists and they'll assess your family history and then make a decision about whether you get tested or not. And then you have the test, and the test is relatively easy. It's just 2 blood tests, and that goes off to Melbourne. They then try and find the gene, and that's not as easy as it sounds. So it takes a wee while when they find it the first time in a family, but after they've found it once, it's easy to find.
So they know what they're looking for, so to speak?
Yes.
And I guess then, how long does it take before you find out that information? Because I guess it seems like a long time while you're waiting.
Oh, it took me 3 months.
Wow.
From having the test to finding out. But it can be anywhere from 2 or 3 months to 6 months.
Okay. Now, if people want to find out more, because this is a conference that members of the public, ladies, that we encourage you to head along to, isn't it? So, best place, Hayley, for them to find out more information?
The Gift of Knowledge website, which is www.giftofknowledge.co.nz.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And the dates are, it's early October, so Friday and Saturday, 1st and 2nd of October. And just around the corner here at the Latimer Conference Centre.
Yes, that's
fantastic.
correct.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming in, and the best of luck for this conference. I think it's great that it's here, it's happening in Christchurch, and it is for you. So those details again, the Opening Doors Conference, Friday the 1st and Saturday the 2nd of October. That website for more details, and it's a fantastic website too, can I just say, is www.giftofknowledge.co.nz.